Hello everyone, Quilbin here. Today's video is on the ClearDashHD X1000. Yeah, X because it's extreme. Not really, it's just because that's the letter they put on the box. Here's a picture of the Dashcam dash camera, or car DVR HD dash camera. HD being questionable because this was only $25 at Walmart and it came with an 8GB micro memory card. Well, it didn't come with a micro one. It's actually just the full-size SD card ones that most cameras use, which is weird because these things usually take micro SD cards, but that's a nice freebie considering these are about 10 US dollars, 8 British pounds, 9 euros, or whatever the exchange rate is. After Brexit, nobody knows. Anyway, so it comes with a memory card, which usually these things don't come with, and most cameras in general don't come with, but yeah. 2.5-inch video screen with, you know, the typical printed on buttons here, and it's showing the suction cup mount, and yeah, let's see what this thing claims it does. 8GB memory card included. You've already said that right up here. Why do you need to put it here? Endless loop video. It's not really endless, it just erases over the video as it records, so you don't have to keep putting new cards in while you're driving. Wide angle lens. That's because it's a dash cam. It would be kind of useless if it wasn't. 360-degree pivot. That means you can probably rotate this around, so if you're driving a taxi or something, you can rotate this around so if somebody tries to mug you, you have it on video. I'd hate to be in that kind of neighborhood if that's what you need to do, but okay. ClearDashHD X1000. And as you can see, it's another picture of the camera right here with a Google Images stolen picture on the screen. Let's flip it over. Instant playback, yes, because it has a screen on it. That's really rocket science in 2017. Yeah, right. Resolves disputes. I guess what they're trying to say is you can take the video that this thing records in the case of an accident and show it to a cop or an insurance company or whatever, and they will figure out who is at fault by watching the video. It includes power port car charger. It's just a standard mini USB, which is weird. Mini is not very common anymore. You'd think that this would be micro USB by now, but whatever. Lithium-ion battery. This is actually really hilarious, and you'll see why in a moment when I show you the actual unit. USB to mini USB charging cable, presumably so you can plug this into a computer, although this is probably in a car most of the time, and 8GB memory card they keep bragging about. And here's the ClearDashHD thing again. Easy suction mount. Yeah, that's literally just the suction cup mount. That's out in my car right now. Anyway, let's continue on with adjustable angle 360-degree pivot, which basically means you can unscrew this and pivot it around, so if you're in a cab or something, you can have it facing the occupants of the vehicle. Speaker, that is going to be garbage. I know it right away. Wide angle lens. Yeah, because it's a dash cam. Motion sensors. Ooh, actually, I don't even think those are motion sensors. They look like LEDs so the camera can see at night. Well, see at night, you will see why. That's not very... I'm not enthusiastic about that, let's just say. A microphone, that is definitely going to be garbage. You know that because that's not the primary use of this thing. Swivel screen also flips up and down, yeah, because you don't want to be staring at this while you're driving because you're going to cause an accident anyway. Wouldn't you? 2.5-inch video screen. Yeah, they just mentioned the screen. They just make it look like this thing does more without looking at it. And audio, video, recording controls buttons are down here. That makes sense. Alright. So, I've already taken this thing out of the box. And this is what it looks like. This is the side that would be facing the interior of the vehicle. And this is facing out, obviously, unless you have it in the other configuration. Standard tripod mount, really nastily threaded, and geez, the finish on this plastic is really cheapy Shenzhen plastic, as you would imagine, with, you know, the generic quality control sticker on it. These are the LEDs that presumably allow it to see at night. I think it's infrared, I'm not entirely sure. And look at the lens. You can see they've made the lens look bigger than it actually is because the sensor is super duper tiny. And this is the battery cover. Yes, it has a removable battery. That's actually kind of Surprising, because these things usually just have sealed up batteries, so they're cheaper to construct. And under this little dust cover right here, which, look how cheap this is. Woohoo! That'll break off in 5 seconds. A micro USB cable. I wish this was mini because you can actually find replacement chargers without ordering them from China in brick and mortar retail stores these days. But, oh well. And that's flip down screen. This is the power button. And this is a record/multi-use button, which the user interface on this we shall get to later. AV out, so you can plug this into a TV or something and show it in a court proceeding or something. And I'm going to get this open. The SD card that they keep showing, and it's really hard to get out because this is actually really recessed in there. And it's just a standard Elite Pro memory card in system font with like no graphical design whatsoever. It's really quite bad. So this just goes right in here. I wish this was micro actually, because they can make this a lot smaller. Because this weighs about maybe 2 ounces. This doesn't weigh much. And go in. Yeah, the spring in the SD card slot is not a very good quality. And that's a lot. And let me show you something. Remember this thing right here. Lithium-ion battery. You are going to laugh when I open this compartment. This is literally just the same kind of battery that they had in the fake iPhones that many Chinese companies were producing a long time ago. If you look at any of Stuart Ashens' videos from a long time ago, around 2011, you shall see that these batteries are super common. They're just ripping off the old school Nokia batteries from like 10 years ago. It's 3.7 volts and it's 1,020 milliamp hours. And it's rechargeable lithium ion. Use specified original charger only, must be disposed of properly, may explode if damaged, blah, 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 made in China, obviously. And just these 2 little contact pins, they go in right there. And this does not go together very well. Look at this. That does not sound very high quality, and this is a really annoying thing to get back together, but it does sit kind of flush. So let's open this right here. You got your menu. Down key is to the left, and you can see my face. Hello, everyone. Anyway, the down key is to the left, and the up key is here. That was really annoying because I wasn't looking at this. I was just using it au naturel, and that does not feel natural at all. And mode. You shall see these menu buttons are very convoluted when we turn the thing on. The on button's right up here. As you can see, they just stole a picture of that Alfa Romeo thing. And here is my lovely bedroom. Up here, it's showing it's in video mode, 720p. I think this thing will do 1080p. I'm not entirely sure. And it's got 24 minutes and 15 seconds of recording time. Now, this thing defaults to VGA resolution, so I obviously turned it through the hideous menu controls, like that all of these cheapy dash cams have. And as you can see, I'm going to the up key because I'm assuming this is down. So you can do this, and it's movie size, which is the resolution, date stamp, time motion detector off because it will trip on basically everything. Loop recording is on, loop time, video sound. Now to get over to the other menu, right here, you press this. Why is the up here? You have to press this up here, then hit here. This is really a convoluted mess because the menu button goes back. And as you can see, the enter button is right over there. So your brain immediately thinks, oh, this must be it. Nope. If anyone's ever used a mobile phone from like 10 years ago, you pretty much know how that works. Yeah, time remaining. This is the record button. Now, let me just close this. I used this in the Prius on my way home from work tonight. Now, this is just, your standard Chinese generic dash camera that they put in some fancy retail box that actually has kind of good English on it. So they can sell this in Walmart. However, the real test of this is, can this produce quality video? We shall see, thanks to the magic of video editing. Alright, so here is the dash cam recording some video while it is installed in my Prius. Now, this is Route 1 around Tough Kenneman, Pennsylvania, as I'm driving home from work, and
As you can see, the video quality is not that good. This highway, to be fair, does not have a lot of light on it, and that's exactly why I filmed it during this time, when it's really dark out and there's not that many cars on the road, and thus not many lights, because this highway does not, in many places, have installed street lighting of any kind. So as you can see, you could barely see maybe 50-ish feet at best in front of the car with no lighting, so unless you get a pretty lenient judge, this isn't going to do you much good in terms of proving who's at fault in an accident unless it happens literally right in front of you. And as you can see, we're coming up on this sign right here, and you can barely make out the text on this camera until right about now. That is a lit sign that is barely visible on this camera from 20 feet away. Okay, so we can pretty much conclude that this camera does not do a very good job in low light conditions like this. Let's see how this does in a brighter area at night. Further along my commute home from work, we come to this intersection. It's the intersection of US Route 1 and US 202. Now, this intersection has quite a few lights. As you can see, there's some lights on the traffic lights. There's traffic lights, of course, and there are gas stations on 2 out of the 4 corners of the intersection. So this should, in theory, be a little bit more fair to the camera, but the camera still struggles. As you can see, there's a lot of noise on the picture. It looks really grainy. There's a lot of washout around the lights, and overall, this is just not a pretty picture, and I can't even identify what the car is, like the make and model, until it gets almost 10 feet in front of the camera. That's not very good, and certainly if somebody hits you, you want to be able to identify the kind of vehicle they're driving if they drive off without stopping and giving you their insurance information. So, kind of defeats the point there, and as you can see, it's getting kind of dark again, so the camera is really struggling now, but let's give it another chance and see how it looks as we get closer to the borough of Westchester, where there's a lot more lights. We're getting closer to the borough of Westchester now, and I was about to show you this hotel parking lot, but oh wait, the camera is dropping frames as we come down the exit ramp, and now it goes back to normal. Ugh, this camera is not looking very nice, but wait, there's more. I'm going to show you what this looks like on back roads. Alright, so this is Green Hill Road at 352, aka North Chester Road, and the light is about to turn green, and I'm turning left onto a road that has one, count 'em, one street light. And as you can see, the video is just plain awful. You can barely see anything 20 feet in front of the car. This is just frankly useless.
Alright, so in conclusion, the ClearDashHD X1000 is a really crappy dash cam, and not even the inclusion of a pack-in memory card can save this. So I will be returning it, and that is that. Yes, I am returning a $25 item that I should have probably had lower expectations for, but still, even for $10, this would be unacceptable. Even if I bought this in Dollar Tree, it would feel ripped off. That's how bad this dash cam is.